Okay, it's taking me too long to make all these videos, so I just did all the work here and I'm going to just explain it as I go. All right, so we use bed mass to evaluate when we have order of operations, multiple operations to do. And in this first, you can see we have B, E, that's brackets and exponents. And then we have division or multiplication and addition or subtraction. I put this line here because it's important you remember that it's division or multiplication, then addition or subtraction. It could actually just be bem das, which just doesn't sound so nice, or ben mus. The addition doesn't have to come before subtraction, division doesn't have to come before multiplication, you just work left to right. However, you do have to have division or multiplication done before any addition or subtraction. So that's what we do in this first one here. We're going to do, oops, I don't need to do that. We're going to do 2.3 times 2 first, okay? And I can just do that in my head, that's going to be 4.6, so I rewrite the question, 5.3 minus 4.6, and that gives me 0.7. On this one, we do what's in the brackets first. I just did that in my head, 79.2. And I write out everything else that hasn't been done, divided by 2.4 minus 1.2. So then I have a new problem. I've done one step, and now I have to do the next step. So I just rewrite the problem as a simpler problem. My next step is to do the division or multiplication, and this happens to be division working from left to right. So I got 79.2 divided by 2.4. Over here I did the work, and I got 3.3. So I wrote out a simpler question. I still haven't subtracted 1.2, so I have to do that from the result of this. 3.3 minus 1.2 is 2.1. There's my answer. So these, writing out each fraction as a decimal, you should know 1/2 is 0.5, that's 50%. 17/25, all I did was in my head, I went, okay, what is it as hundreds? I multiplied 25 by 4 to get to 100, so 17 times 4 gives me 0.68, 68 hundredths, and that's 68%. This one, 19/20, I just asked myself, okay, what is that as hundreds? It's 5 times 20 to get to 100, so 5 times 19 to get to 95.95, 95 hundredths, that's 95%. And this one, I can turn it into tenths. That 3/5 is 6/10, so 0.6, that's 60%. Whoops. Oopsie. We're going to add that 0 in there, so I didn't make it in. Okay, so that's 60%. The next one, Ivana got 21 out of 25 on her science test. She got 86% on her math test. All I did here was took 21 out of 25, turned it into hundreds. You can see you multiply by 4 up here, so you have to multiply by 4. You can see that's 84 out of 100, which is clearly less than 86 out of 100. 86% is greater. Okay, then down here we got to find each percent. 3% of 25, well that's just 0.03 times 25, and if you do the multiplication, you can see this gives you a good example, it's 0.75. 24% would be 24 hundredths, which is 0.24. You multiply that by 9, and you get 216. 40% of 95, well, you can do this mentally, but you can just take 95, multiply it by 0.4, get 38. This last one, here's, going to be really quick. This last one is a purchase problem. So if you've got, I can't go any further on this. So if you've got a $68 jacket and it's 25% off, that's going to be 68 times 0.25 to give you $17. That's your savings. So how do we figure that out? What the sale price is then? It's 68, the original price minus the savings to give me $51. That's the sale price. You only pay tax on the sale price. So now we take 51, multiply it by 0.14. I don't know which province this is. Gives you 14% sales tax, but it's not good. And that's going to give you $7.14 in tax. So you just simply add the 51 and the 714 to get a total of, I can't, 58.14. It's not showing here. Can't scroll down anymore. And that's that. So hopefully this has been helpful. You can also look at the PDF of this whole document.